So many lies, it's not any funny. That showed you first claimed in Bones' live around the same time Jesse was doing her book signing, a show that had closed down in 2019. There is a show that's just started March 1st. It wasn't around in 2019. It started March 1st. It's an FBI story, not a documentary. Get it? So they wouldn't be interested. But as far as that, Lifetime wouldn't be interested. You're trying to get a little bit of attention, clout, and what have you. What does your poor husband think? I tell you what, he needs to get an annulment real fast. You lie so much. And you keep changing the dates. You won't tell who the producer is. Or the air. By this time, they would know when exactly it was going to air. Your contract wouldn't stop you by naming the name of the documentary or the producer. It's advertisement for them. Get it? You keep changing your story over and over. And the thing I find so interesting, it's Morbid himself telling you to do all this. I went back through his lives and I found a live where he was encouraging you. Oh, yeah, he also was trying to encourage you to write a book, telling you to do your little bit of lies and stuff. You didn't show any kind of clip on Morbid's live. You didn't send Gypsy any video at all. She never received it. And believe me, had you sent that out to any other creators, it had been all over the TikTok already. Because all the Gypsy haters would have came out, they would have put it out. It had already been exposed. Okay? It had been exposed already. But it hasn't. Because it doesn't exist. If not, send me the video. I'll gladly give you my email address where you can send it. And if it is, I will publicly say it is. I'm waiting. You can't because there is no video. You never sent Gypsy a video. You never sent anybody else a video. Do you realize how much of a hole you're digging yourself into? Do you? No, what a hole you're digging yourself into. Because this is the reality. Sooner or later, you're going to have to tell the truth. You can only lie so often. You can only give excuses, change the names of it, change dates of it so often. You claim it's coming out after her documentary. What are you going to do when her documentary is over with? And you can't produce it. See, if they were really going to do a documentary, they wouldn't be exactly doing it on a video, just a video, that video you have. They'd be interviewing you. And guess what? They would have contacted Ken to interview him to hear his side. That's what documentaries do. Get it? But that hasn't happened, has it? It hasn't happened at all. They would have contacted Ken. You're going to look like a fool. And those who backed you are going to look like a fool. You get that, right? The best thing for you to do is just come clean. Because it's going to be worse for you later. Because as soon as her documentary is over, they're going to say, hey, Cowboy, when's your documentary coming? When's your documentary coming? When's your documentary coming? Where's the video? And people, think about it. They're not going to do a documentary just on some video he sends them. Let's just say it existed. They don't do it that way. They would have contacted Ken to interview him, and contacted Ken to interview him, and possibly Ken's husband. And they'd have to, because there's a thing called documentary of character. They're not going to put out that video because they'd be afraid of a lawsuit. So they wouldn't put it out there just as you send her the video. No. They would have to get hold of Ken to get his side as well as you. Secondly, they probably still wouldn't do for the legality of it. That's what you can claim. You can claim that they decided to cancel it because they were afraid they were going to get sued. That'll save you, won't it? But y'all hear that was my suggestion, and so we know when he tries to come out with that, he didn't think it up himself. That didn't happen. What are you going to do? Sooner or later, you're going to have to tell the truth. And if you were truly sorry, you wouldn't send that video to any TV, anything else, or any place else. Your actions don't support your words. In fact, it contradicts it.